Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy MrLux back again. You know what, I was thinking the other day, I was like, you know what, I put out all these videos on YouTube and, you know, I play these games for people, I do some requests for people. And I was like, so I'm mostly known by playing my video games, whether you like them or not. I mean, that's pretty much what the bulk of my channel is about, you know, playing video games. So then I started thinking, I was like, okay, I play video games, you know, I let these people into my world a little bit to show what I'm about, and you know, but I said I've never actually shown them my video game collection. And I was like, how fucking rude of me. So today what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you all of my Xbox 360 games and my PS3 games. I have video games for my PlayStation 2, and I have them for my Dreamcast, and I have them for the Nintendo 64 and all that good stuff, and the Nintendo Wii. But we're just going to show you games for the next gen consoles for the 360 and the PS3. So with that being said, let's get right to it. Alright, here's the first game. These games right here are my throwaway games. Meaning these are the games that I no longer play, have no intention of playing, and need to get rid of. So I may hold a contest and, you know, raffle these games off or whatever. Because I have no need for them, and GameStop, they pretty much lowball you on any kind of trade-in. But here we go. NCAA 08, nice game when it came out, pretty fun. Love college football. NCAA 09, same thing. Madden 08, it was a pretty fun game, pretty good. They started to make improvements with their next gen. They were EA, they were still trying to feel their way around getting that Madden formula just right on the next gen consoles, so it was pretty cool. And of course, here we go, Madden 9, last year's game. Made a lot of improvements, so the game was pretty good, very good game. NBA 2K8, again, and when it comes to basketball games, 2K8 pretty much in recent years has been the headliner on those. MLB, Major League Baseball 2K7. This was like the last good baseball game 2K Sports put out, because 2K8 was horrible, but 2K9 is a lot better. Fight Night Round 3, okay, this game does not even compare to Fight Night Round 4. I mean, there's just no comparison whatsoever. Fight Night Round 4 is an awesome game. And the last throwaway game is Need for Speed Carbon. I have no idea why I bought this game. Alright, moving on. Next collection is going to be my first person, well, not my first person shooters, but my my action games. So some of these are, like I said, some of these are old, guys. Ghost Recon. It was a pretty good game. I actually liked the series a lot more on the regular Xbox. Splinter Cell Double Agent, awesome game. I hate that they pushed the latest game back to first quarter of 2010, but I'll be sure to get that when it comes out. Army of Two. This was a very good sleeper game. It was a good sleeper hit. It had a few bugs and glitches in it, but I think for the first attempt for EA Sports to get into this type of genre, I think they did a very good job. And I can't wait for part 2 to come out, because I think they're going to learn from past mistakes on developing this game and make it even better. Do I need to say anything right here? I mean, really? Okay, I didn't think so. Same goes for that as well. Grand Theft Auto 4, you got to have that in your collection if you're any kind of a mature adult gamer. You want to have a Grand Theft Auto. Fun game. This game right here was a disappointment for me. I mean, it really was. I was expecting a lot more for this game on the next gen console. And it was just like, the biggest thing that killed me with this game was the whole stop and shooting thing. I mean, it just really slowed the pace down. You didn't get that frantic feeling like you did when you played the first Resident Evil. But this game, it really did. It shouldn't even been in the, you know, survival horror genre, because it wasn't really scary. Assassin's Creed. I need to play this game a lot more. I really do. I played it a little bit, and you know, it was fun, beautiful graphics. But for some reason, I just never had the motivation to continue playing it. But I've heard awesome things about the game, so I should get back on this, especially if I'm going to get part 2. So I'll be playing some more of this. Dead Space, man, this game is so eerie and fun to play. that is silly, man. That, you know, if you guys have not played this game, I really urge you to rent it and play it, preferably at nighttime, because I mean it's freaking spooky. This is the type of game that Resident Evil 5 should have been. Dead Space by EA. Awesome game. Prototype. I know this is an awesome game, but guess what? Yeah, you got it right. I hadn't even played it yet. I bought this game when I was on vacation, and I still have not played it. It has not seen the inside of my 360 yet. I don't know what the hell I'm waiting on. I really don't. But let's move on. Next category is going to be fighting games. Here we go. SmackDown versus Raw 2009. I used to be a big wrestling fan back in the late 80s and early to mid 90s, and then I just kind of fell off because you know, my favorite wrestler was The Rock. I just liked his charisma. I liked his charisma that he brought to the ring, and you know, the storylines in wrestling were much more fun back then. Even when WCW was in business, it was Thursday nights and Monday nights were awesome times. Legends of WrestleMania. This is a good game. Simple to play, but yet it's still fun, especially for somebody who grew up watching wrestling, and like I said, in the 80s. You remember all these guys, and it just takes you back. UFC, fantastic. Fantastic game. There's a slight learning curve with this game. It really is. But once you learn the controls of this game, then it becomes very enjoyable, and they've released a patch for it as well, so you can get submissions a little bit easier against the CPU. There was a big stink about the online play because there was a lot of people dropping and quitting when they're about to get a loss. So they've addressed that as well, so hopefully online play is a lot better. I may get into online play now since they've addressed those issues, but I like this game. Street Fighter 4. Normally, I wouldn't waste my time on a, you know, historically 2D game, but the way they did the graphics in this, they gave it sort of a 3D feel. They really modernized this game while still keeping true to its traditional roots, which is very hard to do in a video game, especially a fighting game. It's like either you do it how it's always been done, or you completely change up the whole franchise and take that risk. But they made a very good balance with this game, so this is an awesome game. Online connections are pretty solid, so you don't get too much lag for the majority of the games that you'll play online. Good game. All right, moving on. I'm running out of time here, so I try to be quick. Condemned. This is one of the first games I ever got on the 360, and it was pretty good. That's why I never actually traded it in, because there was something about this game that I liked, that, you know, I felt that I just didn't have exhausted it enough to trade it in. So I'm keeping that. Same thing with Bloodshot 2. Haven't really begun playing too much on that, but I have played some of it. Of course, Halo 3. I mean, you got to have that in your collection regardless. BioShock. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. That's all I can say. Far Cry. I wanted to really get into this game. I really did. But, you know, I don't know. There was a disconnect for me with this game. And I may try it again and give it another run through, but it didn't deliver like I thought it would be. I mean, I used to check YouTube videos and read stuff online, and I was like, okay, there may be something to this game. But for right now, I mean, it's just not really doing it for me. But I may try it again. You never know. I love this game. I think this game got a bad rep because it was being compared to Call of Duty, and rightfully so, because I mean, you know, EA is a big name. Call of Duty is pretty much the standard for, you know, shooters. So, you know, but this game, I mean, the sound effects, accurate sound effects, its unique cover system. This game is very fun to play. Rainbow Six Vegas, I love this game. I like all the Rainbow Six games. I mean, they pretty much are the standard for online tactical shooters. Even going back to the regular Xbox, Rainbow Six has always been like one of the most online games that most, how do you say this? One of the most multiplayer games on the 360. And of course, Rainbow Six 2. Can't have one without two. Bad Company, pretty good game. you know, nice weapon selections and nice authentic sounds. But I wish they would get rid of the whole squad-based chat system, because the games themselves, like if you play Rainbow Six, I mean, you're here talking all the time, and you really feel like your team, is alive, basically. I mean, everybody's interacting, whether it's stuff you want to hear or not. But with this game, Bad Company, and even Battlefield 1943, because they use that squad-based chat system where you can only chat with 4 people, nobody really chats. So the game feels empty to a certain degree. Really, I don't understand that. But let me end this video and pick up on part 2.